At Adaba FM, we'll not only give you news at the speed of nanosecond, but we also break it down with up-to-date analysis, informed opinions, and distinct professionalism. That's why you love us. Adaba 88.9 FM, your go-to station.
It's 3 o'clock. Good afternoon, I'm Michael Akintunde with Adaba News at 3. In the news, Inec wants Tribunal to dismiss petition against Tinubu. NPC postponed training of ad hoc staff indefinitely. Jungle Justice claims students live in OAU.
This is the news.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has asked Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal in Abuja to dismiss all the petitions challenging the declaration of Bola Tinubu of the APC as the winner of the February 25 presidential election. The commission declared that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, came second with 6,984,520 votes, while it announced Labour Party's Peter Obi as the second runner-up with 6,101,533 votes. But Atiku and Obi and some other parties rejected the results announced by Inec and headed for the tribunal with prayers that the election should be nullified. In his defense to the various petitions filed through its team of lawyers led by A.B. Mohamud S.N., Inec described Atiku's petition as grossly incompetent, vague, saying it was an abuse of the court process. Inec affirmed that having scored at least 1/4 of the valid votes cast in 29 states, which is over and above the 24-state threshold required by the Constitution, in addition to scoring the highest number of the lawful votes cast at the election, Tinubu was properly declared winner and returned as a president-elect. The spokesperson of the Night Senate and the lawmaker representing Osun Central Senatorial District, Senator Ajibola Bashiru, says the ruling APC was likely to release the zoning formula for the 10th Assembly leadership after the Ramadan fast. Party chieftains in the South and Southeast had called for the zoning of the Senate presidency to their regions in the spirit of fairness and to give other geopolitical regions a sense of belonging in view of the Muslim presidential ticket adopted by the party. So far, the ruling APC has the highest number of senators in both chambers, and the lawmakers have started to throw their hats in the ring for the Senate President and Speaker seats. Presently, no fewer than 8 senators had indicated an interest in the Senate presidency race. They include Senators Jibrin Barao, Kano Central, Sani Musa, Niger East, Oji Uzokalu, Abia North, Gatsu Akpabio, Akwa Ibom Northwest. Others are Senators Osita Uzunaso, Patrick Ndubueze, Abdulaziz Yari, Ahmed Lawan, among others. Earlier in March, President-elect and Vice President-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shettima, alongside the chairman of the party, Abdullahi Adamu, met with the lawmakers-elect and told them to focus on winning governorship elections. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo is currently presiding over this week's meeting of the Federal Executive Council at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. This is as the President is away in Medina, Saudi Arabia, for an 8-day state visit which began on Tuesday and will include an observance of Umrah, the Lesser Hajj. Today's meeting, which commenced at about 10 a.m., is being attended by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, and the President's Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari. Also present are ministers of state and some presidential aides. Before the meeting, council members observed a moment of silence in honor of a former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Bola Ajibola, who died at the age of 89. Ajibola was also a former president of the Nigerian Bar Association from 1984 to 1985, former Nigerian High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, and SY Judge at the International Court of Justice at The Hague. The National Population Commission has postponed indefinitely the training for enumerators and supervisors earlier slated for April 13. Dr. Ibohari, Chairman, Census Committee, told newsmen in Abuja today. Hari assured that the postponement would not affect the conduct of the population announcing census scheduled to hold from May 3 to May 7. He said that the Commission was ready to conduct a credible census, adding that they had already concluded the training of quality data managers and others. The Census Committee Chairman said a new date for the training of enumerators and supervisors would be communicated as soon as possible. You're listening to Adaba News at 3 on 88.9 FM Akure, transmitting from Ilayamokin. Younger Justice claims students live in OAU. These and more when we return.
Warm greetings from Achievers University, Owo, a private university of education.
Everybody, oh yeah, denki, kebulo. Denki, wire. Denki. Now so, the only thing with denki sabi na wire and cable. Of the company where they manufacture wire and cable for Nigeria, denki na number one. No wonder we electrical contractors they recommend denki wire and cable. Now then choice. Denki now good member of Cable Manufacturer Association of Nigeria with a government endorsement plus including Boku Award with them carry. My friend, if you they talk wire and cable, they talk denki for surface cable, control cables, armor cable, if na overhead conductor, single core cable plus including multiple core cable. Na denki they do quality and reliable. Then factory address na Olufo area, kilometer 1, Akura Ife Expressway, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 091-6385-5995. Website na www.denkiwire.com. They need distributors nationwide. Denki. Let there be light.
9 FM.
Glad to know you're still there for news updates and live streaming. Visit our website www.adaba889.fm or download Adaba FM app on Google Play Store. You can be part of us on our social media platforms www.facebook.com/adaba809 on Facebook and Adaba889FM on Instagram and Adaba FM TV on YouTube. You can provide us information via email newsroom@adaba889.fm. A Lagos State High Court sitting in Ikeja has remanded a man, Beatrice Wurawa, for allegedly stabbing one Ezekiel Yohana to death with a jackknife at Kara Market in the Ibeju-Lekki area of the state. The defendant was arraigned on April the 10th before Magistrate Nwaka on one count of murder. Yohana, 23, was said to have borrowed 14,000 naira from Wurawa in January and promised to repay in few weeks. The prosecutor, Thomas Nuruddin Wurawa, committed the offense on March 8. Nuruddin added that the crime is punishable under Section 233 of the Criminal Laws of Lagos State, Nigeria, 2015. He implored the court to remand Wurawa to the Correctional Center pending legal advice from the Directorate of Public Prosecution. The defendant has been remanded at the Ikoyi Correctional Center pending legal advice from the DPP. Magistrate Nwaka adjourned the case till 5th of May 2023. The Minister of Information Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, says the call for his arrest and prosecution for admonishing Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi over inciting the public to violence is unjustifiable. The minister stated this today in London while reacting to the call by elder statesman and leader of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, Chief Edwin Clark, that he should be arrested and prosecuted for spreading fake news about Obi. Mohammed said he stood by his admonition of Obi and his running mate Dati Baba Man, insisting that his advice was never premised on falsehood. Mohammed also said that Obi had also now publicly called his running mate to order over the treasonable utterances. The position of the law is clear that anybody who is aggrieved over the election results should go to court. Mohammed stressed that the APC won the presidential election fair and square, and Inec was right in declaring Tinubu the winner. He reassured Nigerians and the international community that the president-elect would be sworn in on May 29. A final year student of the Obafemi University, Ife, whose name could not be immediately ascertained, has been reportedly beaten to death on suspicion that he stole a mobile phone. Sources on the campus told newsmen that the student was accused of stealing a mobile phone in Awolowo Hall on Monday, and after he had been severely beaten, he was moved to another location on the campus in the early hours of Tuesday, where he remained till noon. However, President Student Union of the institution for Lahon Laiwola, the statement said the deceased was assaulted by a mob at Awo Monday and was later declared dead on arrival at the OAU Teaching Hospital. Arrest and investigations of individuals suspected to be connected with the assault of the deceased are being made for consequent legal actions. The new DPO of the police in Igbarauke, DSP Bukola Rita Fasimoye, has promised maximum security for Adaba FM. The new DPO made the pledge during a courtesy call to the management for Adaba FM, but said the existing relationship with the station will continue.
We all know that one of the duties of the police is to protect life and property. So I will guarantee you maximum security, and I will do my best to ensure that I do that. Of course, we get a response from me.
In his reaction, the general manager for the BFM, Sir Martin Zayala, said a robust relationship won't be tampered with.
We have very, very good relationship with everybody that has come to Ilara. Even before Ilara, when this place was still under Igbarauke, we have always been partners in progress, so to say. So, and I'm happy that you are, at least from your statement, that you are improving on that.
Yes.
And generally, I'm very happy to hear about that, because security is so essential, very, very essential, particularly when you consider the location of this station, which is other stations, they are in the midst of town without much of anything. But I can describe this place as a dead end for us. Apart when you get to this place, it's like a dead end because there is no other exit route out of this place. So we are in a very disadvantaged position as far as location is concerned. And that makes it very, very imperative that we have a sort of good collaboration and support from your organization.
He asked for constant surveillance from the police around the radio station and assured the new police boss of adequate cooperation. And a good English of Nigeria will make a record 10th appearance at this month's Under-17 African Cup of Nations tournament in Algeria, hoping to win the tournament for the first time since 2007. The West Africans are hoping to rise to the occasion again to leave expectations of over 200 million Nigerians across the world by going all the way to the top of African youth football. Nigeria achieved qualification for this edition of the tournament after securing a 3-1 victory against Cote d'Ivoire in the semi-final of the WAFU B. They went on to beat Burkina Faso 2-1 in the final to ensure the gets to Algeria with the champion status. The two-time champions are in Group B alongside Morocco, Kosovo, Zambia and South Africa. To end at the news at 3, a recap of our top stories. The Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, has asked the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal in Abuja to dismiss all the petitions challenging the declaration of Bola Tinubu of the APC as the winner of the February 25 presidential election. The National Population Commission has postponed indefinitely the training of enumerators and supervisors earlier slated for 3rd April. The final year student of Obafemi University, Ife, whose name could not be immediately ascertained, has been reportedly beaten to death on suspicion that they stole a mobile phone. And that's the news at 3. Editor Patience Ibe and Michael Akintunde. Good afternoon.